Good morning, my beautiful friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you don't mind, but the ducks seem to want to make an appearance again today, so I'm sure you'll hear her going off in the background occasionally. But it's kind of appropriate because today I wanted to talk about Mother Nature, Pachamama, um, Gaia, whatever term it is that you use to refer to the power of the life force of this large ecosystem. And a friend of mine sent me a video clip yesterday or the day before, and it was a short compilation of a bunch of smaller clips of animals who were in urban places where they normally wouldn't be. Geese on the tarmac, bear in a family neighborhood, these types of things. And it got me thinking that it sort of felt like Mother Nature was stretching, reaching out, claiming a little bit of what she's lost. And I really was contemplating how, for a long time, we have ravaged her resources, been very disrespectful, and brought her to the point of maybe suffocation. And I drew the parallel of what we are facing right now in this pandemic. We're facing a virus that actually creates a situation for us that we struggle for air. We're suffocating. Our life force is now a struggle to obtain. And when I looked at that parallel, I understand that there's a lesson for us. And in that, I mean absolutely no disrespect for anybody who suffered loss of any kind due to this pandemic, whether it be the loss of a loved one, loss of finances or a job, or loss of just stability and a feeling of safety. I mean no disrespect for that. It kind of makes me think of, being a parent. There have been times when I have had to help my children learn something in a way that was a little bit sometimes painful for them. And it's that tough love factor. And maybe that's what we're living through right now. Maybe it's a time that we can look at this parallel, as a lesson of a greater awareness of how we individually and as a community are showing up and either contributing or depleting to the environment in which we live, because we are not separate from this ecosystem. We are actually just a small part of it. And today I just really wanted to bring some attention to that, and at the same time honor that there's great difficulty in this lesson. It made me think, my son had a conversation a year or so ago with his science teacher, and the science teacher was talking about the extent that we've polluted the earth. And in this discussion commented that if we weren't careful, that we would destroy the earth. And my son commented, maybe not so eloquently, but had commented that he thought that that was a really arrogant statement. He said, to think that we as humans are capable of destroying the earth, that's pretty lofty. But, sorry, I'm just distracted by the duck here, because there have been many civilizations that have disappeared from the face of the earth with really no explanation, and yet the earth has remained. And I share his sentiment. I think that the earth has amazing restorative powers and will do what is necessary to take the time that she needs to restore. And so, again, just a simple rambling from Marty. You may or may not agree with it, but I hope it just gives you something to think about, something to ponder, because that's all this is. At this time where nothing really seems certain, I kind of think everything should be put on the table, up for discussion, up for analysis, because that is the way that we're going to move forward as a better society. So thank you again for listening to my ramblings, and until next time, stay hydrated, nourished, and well rested. I will talk to you soon.